About to do a little overnight bear hunt. My first one ever.
Winners never quit, quitters never win.
Everything I ever hoped and dreamed of.
Well, you could shoot them with a rifle and be done. Or we can bow hunt.
Yeah.
And make it challenging, which is what we're gonna do.
Really hard. Pushed myself really hard today, and I feel like I'm gonna collapse, so. Cannot wait. We got Dan over here loading up the truck. What's up, Dan?
Clem has never stayed the night in the backcountry while hunting. Never, right?
Never, ever.
And I think a good time to do that would be before hunting season. So episode 2 of this ultimate beginner's guide, this rookie elk hunter here, we're gonna get him in the backcountry. I'm gonna take him bear hunting. He's gonna film the bear hunt, but we're really gonna test some gear and expose him to, hey man, you may need to overnight spike out on elk. And plus we're going to a place where I've killed a lot of elk, so I'll kind of be able to show you like how I killed them and how they use the terrain and what to look for, where to glass from, where to bugle from, where to set up a camp, how to get water, all that stuff. So come along guys, we're doing a little adventure 2-dayer. This is episode 2.
Hell yeah.
First thing I want to do is check my weapon. So I want to shoot fill points and broadheads and just check, make sure we're good out to about 50. Here's what I'm going to use. I'm using these Pro Comps. We got the AE hybrids. I got the Iron Will Snyder core system with the collar. The arrow weight is 433. Shooting a bougie Pro Comp. So let's go. I haven't shot a broadhead yet. I got to make sure we're on. So this setup is a 29 phase 4. It's got the Canyon Pounder in it. Nick Fisher helped me set it up, get it torque tuned. We did the bear shaft deal, and now I just like it. I'm running the Matthews Integrate. I kind of like it, and I've never run Pro Comps before, so I'll be really picky when I shoot because these arrows are expensive. Let's walk over here and we'll shoot. Broadhead first, then confidence. Really have to manufacture it, and I always like to shoot and test my broadheads before I head out predator hunting with a bow in the backcountry. The frickin' broadhead is in the bullseye once again. Again, I want to get close to bears. Most of the spot and stock, I bet my average distance is like 28 to 30 yards on all spot and stock bears. I like to get close to them, and I like to aim off the shoulder a little bit. So not middle of the middle, but not behind the shoulder, kind of somewhere between the two. And I like quartering away shots. And with this system, we can go through anything. This is gonna melt through a bear. All right, we're going to 50. Fill point. Dude. Put that little dude out too?
Yeah, but like farther away, like he's just like a peeping Tom over here.
So again, the broadhead is closer to the middle. 30, 40, 50, and the broadhead's in a kill shot every time. All right, last one is 60, and again, this is just for confidence. I'm gonna shoot a bear so close. I think last year I shot a bear in Alaska at 40. Last year I shot an archery bear in Idaho. I hit him at 36, and then I got a follow-up shot at like 8 yards.
The Alaska video was bomb, guys. Check it out. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a great film produced by Tim. Really fun video. If you ever get a chance to go to Alaska for black bears, go where we went. I think the information's in the video description. And I mean, that's paradise. I've never seen so many bears ever. 60 yards. I wanted to be able to showcase what it's like going through gear before you head to the trailhead. And I think Clem is in for a lesson on not only what gear to take, but even how to pack your gear so that your backpack rides comfortably and that you can be focused on the task at hand, hunting, not just surviving, but thriving in the backcountry.
Got the 4-wheeler up here. We're gonna start setting up camp. Hell yeah.
So you brought the checkpoint
Cafaro pack that you got me.
but let's see what's in it.
Okay. I don't do this a lot, ever really. So I've just got some underwear, socks up there, provisions, and then a bunch of shit over here. Or sorry. I got some underwear and socks over here, and then I've got some pack essentials right here for trash. And
The camera gear, a bunch of cotton clothing,
Rain jacket and some camo pants.
Some camel pants that are cotton. Cotton will kill you. You need synthetics. You need merino. But this is cool.
That's my
Dude's a freaking Viking. So my next question is did you didn't bring a sleeping bag, right?
No,
And a sleeping pad.
No,
all right, so we're gonna get him the insulated static V-Light from Climate, and then this is a Versalite from Western Mountaineering.
Perfect.
It's a 10-degree bag, so you'll need that. You might want to put that in the bottom of your pack. We'll see.
Okay.
Gaiters, because when you're bear hunting,
Yeah.
roads are muddy. We'll be walking through snow. You don't want, and so you're gonna want some gaiters. So
Okay.
you put those in there.
Awesome.
You'll need a dry bag for camera gear. He is gonna be filming, so a dry bag. Did you have binoculars?
No.
10 by 42 UHDs. I'll get you a marsupial and let you carry some bear spray to make yourself feel better at night.
Awesome, yeah.
I'm gonna be packing these new Brickstall GTXs. These are 2023 boots. And with Crispy, they hate when I do this, but I always run sheep feet because they're just
You got in
orthotics.
trouble.
They're orthotics for me, and they fit my feet, and I just put them in every boot. It makes all the difference in the world. I got a Kufaru camp bag. I'm gonna go ahead and load up my gear in the Kufaru camp bag right now.
Okay.
I'll briefly touch on what I'm packing, and that way I'll know what you need to pack. I'm gonna be taking the hoodlum as well. This is the Kufaru hoodlum, and this is my camp bag. I'll have you hold that. I have a spike camp bag.
Okay.
From Kufaru.
Got it.
It's always ready to go in my truck in case I need to spike out on elk. Maybe it's 5 miles one way into a mecca of elk herds, and I don't want to do the 5 in, 5 out, buyout plus hunt them.
Yeah.
I have this, and if I have any suspicion that I'm going to spike out, I'll throw this in my hoodlum. Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
I've had days where I've set this down next to a perfect spot to spike out, hunted the elk, bumped them, they went to a different zip code.
Gotcha.
Came back, grabbed my bag, no sweat off my brow, back at it to the
Gotcha.
truck.
And by spike out, you mean get a spike elk or what?
No, that's awesome. We're keeping that. No, spike out means that it's a camp style where
Gotcha.
you drop your stuff off,
Gotcha.
and it's a mobile camp.
Gotcha.
It's not bivvy.
Yeah.
Bivvy is where you're hunting with all your stuff. Bivouac hunting is where you have all your stuff on your back.
Gotcha.
It's heavier.
Yeah.
You're slower, but at the end of the day, when it gets dark, you're camping wherever you end up.
Gotcha.
Whereas spike camp's like you're going to kind of closer to the elk, but you're setting up just off the fringe.
Roger that.
To where you can keep your scent out of their way, but you're shaving miles because your commodities are time and energy when you're elk hunting.
100%.
So the spike camp bag system we're going to use on this bear hunt. So have you hold
Perfect.
that. And then I'm gonna just see what I need to put in there. So shelter for both of us, we're gonna do this guy. So we'll put that in the bottom of that pack. This is from Peaks. It is the 4-man teepee. And then I have a floor with that, and I'm gonna run the floor. I'm not a floorless guy. Let's see if I can find that. Here it is. So, floor. Sweet. And then I'm gonna run a Western Mountaineering as well. This is a Versalite.
Perfect.
Same sleeping bag as you.
Awesome.
Jet boil. This is the Flash. This will be what we make coffee and what we boil our water for dinner.
Perfect. And you have little quick snack bags that you just pour water into?
Yeah, I got a couple meals for us. So I'm having ultimate breakfast scramble from Alpine Ranch. And then I'm having chili verde fiesta rice. That's for you. Do you like that?
Yeah, heck yeah, I'll eat anything.
I got from Base Camp beef noodles.
Sweet.
And one I'm looking for is the bison fajita avocado. Woo. So there's enough food there.
Bison fajita.
I want to be able to charge up our stuff during the day, so I'll bring a solar charger.
Perfect.
This is the Q Core from Big Agnes. This is my sleeping pad.
Awesome.
And then I have coffee and Hydrate Recover packs.
Sweet.
Oh, white gas. And the Poseidon charger. Charge up our stuff. Platypus system. This is a Sawyer. This is my dirty bag. And then we'll just be filtering water. I'll be hanging this dirty bag, connecting it to the clean, and it holds up to what? 4 liters. This will quick connect, and it will gravity feed our water through this filter. We'll filter our water, and we'll have this thing running all the time. So in the mornings, we will dump the water into our Nalgene's, and then we'll go hunt. We'll fill it up before we leave. When we come back, we'll pour water for cooking. We'll fill up our Nalgene's. We'll go get more water. So we're always filtering water when we're back at camp.
Creek or what?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Right out of the creek.
Spring, it's
gotcha.
springtime. There'll be water everywhere.
Everywhere. Perfect.
But I'm still gonna filter it. So that goes
Awesome.
in there.
Awesome.
Do you have a spoon?
No.
Okay, we'll bring you a spoon. That's my deodorant, toothpaste. This is for you.
Perfect.
Pyro putty on you at all times so you can make a fire. Let's throw a tourniquet. Notice the tourniquet is out of the bag. We'll throw a tourniquet in there, stop the bleed. And then I have an epinephrine pin. That's my spike camp bag, okay?
Perfect.
All of this weighs not that much. Feel how much, that's light.
Yeah.
Right?
Less than 30 pounds.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So that is what goes inside my hoodlum, and then when we get to where we need to get, I'll take it out, set it down, we'll set up camp, we'll go hunt.
Got you.
Cool.
Awesome.
So trekking poles, I'm trying these new ones out. These are Black Diamond, they're carbon, and they don't have pins that lock, they're just a set distance.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm gonna have you try out sissy sticks. It's a very popular, plus we'll need your sissy sticks for the TP.
Okay.
So
Sweet.
trekking poles are life for me.
Watching your videos.
This is a My Medic.
Awesome.
It's got all the stuff you need. I got you one as well.
Okay.
Kifaru tarp.
Perfect.
For when we're glassing, if we get rained on this afternoon.
Okay.
Kill kit. Fire starter. Now I'll wear all my clothes that I'm not in here.
A lot of the gear that you've seen here can be found on my website. Check the video description for any active discount codes to save you some money on your gear upgrades before the 2023 season.
Guys, it's absolutely insane. Everything I ever hoped and dreamed of. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, a couple of things I've learned so far. You need a shit ton more gear than I had to come out and do something like this. For one, having a four-wheeler or something, we just literally did about 7 to 12 miles of travel just now in under an hour. Packed all our stuff up. So you gotta have a little Honda for sure. We're gonna get some footage of the e-bikes. This is really fun. This is awesome. I mean, it's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I'm very grateful. Dan's putting his mattress together. Little blow up mattress, hand air blow up. Just fill up that thing and cover it up and then punch a bunch of air in there. Just like that. I do that a couple of times.
Okay, I changed my mind. I want Clem to run the hoodlum, same as me. I have an extra one, so I'll have you check it out. I just like the hoodlum because it can literally blow up to carry so much stuff. And as a camera guy, you think my pack's heavy? Ha! Your pack will be always heavier. Let's get most of the heavy stuff in the middle.
Okay.
Some of the lighter stuff in the bottom.
Okay.
Some of the lighter stuff on top. So let's go through what you got. Okay, so this needs to be compressed down more.
Okay.
And I think you could probably run this at the bottom of your pack. Okay. This can definitely go in the very bottom. Your sleeping pad from Climate. Gaiters, you're gonna wear those when we go in.
Gotcha.
So we'll put that here. Okay, let's put this in a pocket that's accessible right here. So your headlamp, double check it. I just changed batteries, so you're good. This is from Petzl.
Perfect.
Pyro putty.
Awesome. And then we got the bear sprayer.
That can go on your vinyl harness. I'm gonna grab you a marsupial.
Okay.
Over there. What do you have for an iPhone?
Little guy. It's a iPhone.
Okay, I want to put the MagView magnet on the back of it.
Sweet.
So that you can, if I have the spine scope out and you want to capture any of the footage of bears.
Yeah.
So, and he's getting this one. This is one that you can charge through.
Awesome.
And you can put it on your case or on the phone. What do you prefer?
We'll probably do the case so that it doesn't get damaged.
So this magnet is the kind that you can actually lay your phone, if you have like a wireless charging port.
Yeah.
It'll still
Put it right through.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, so Clem now is my MagView buddy. You can use my MagView on my spine scope, and then we can both trade.
Perfect.
So this is a new phone plate from MagView, guys. Check it out. If you're into wireless charging, they got you. Clem's gonna run sissy sticks. It's part of my shootout. We'll put these, Clem, on the side here.
Okay.
And then this is a good spot to throw in any like socks or underwear or whatever packable stuff right here that you just...
Right in the side there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, what do you have for clothes here?
I've got, that's just a sweatshirt.
That's cotton.
Yeah.
It stays.
Okay.
Was it synthetic?
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Long johns?
Yes.
Long underwear?
Yep.
Let it go.
Rain jacket.
Definitely.
Okay.
Stuff sack.
And then I got another shirt, it's probably cotton.
Okay, it stays.
Okay. And then the pants are probably cotton as well.
What's your waist size?
34, 36.
I think I got something that'll work for you.
Okay,
What's this
sweet.
guy?
That was a little tripod. We don't need that.
Bring it.
Okay, sweet.
That way we can do some time lapses.
Yeah, awesome. And then I got a hatchet for
If you want to carry it, I think you should.
Okay.
Put it maybe in this side. So we're gonna get you a guide lid. on yours. This will go on top. This will keep all your camera gear accessible. Will be the lid to the top.
Okay.
So we'll do that. Your dry bag will be in here for all your camera gear in case it starts raining because it's the mountains and it's bipolar in the spring.
Okay.
Let's get you some clothing. No?
No.
Gonna have to ride with the Origins maybe?
Those first ones that I tried on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those were definitely the comfiest.
Let's throw the Origins on. Gave him the Pursuit pant zip off. Did fit, I mean, we have different size. And then I had some Born Primitives that I had him try. Obviously, I work with Numa, so I wanted to fit in Numa, but luckily I got some backup stuff. This is from Origin. Well, look at you, Cam Haynes. We gotta grab the camera gear.
Okay.
So your pack's already heavy, and then you gotta throw the camera gear.
I'm ready for it, man.
Let's do it. Next up, we're heading to Idaho. Woo!
Okay.
Holy shit.
It's as big as you are. I'm really excited to go out, guys. I have never been bear hunting. I've never really even been like camping overnight in the woods. I don't know if I've done that in probably like 7 years, which is crazy now that I think about it. So
I could tell Clem was super nervous. He's a very emotional guy. He wears them on his sleeve at all times. And I just wanted to give him the greatest experience he's ever had in the backcountry. I wanted him to be comfortable, have the best gear, and thrive back there. My goal is to get him exposed to the mountains and have the mountains teach him all the lessons he needs so he can be successful down the road.
in terms of the gear and everything, Dan got me pretty hooked up with about everything that's just new to me. So we got stuff to eat out of now, we got stuff to drink out of, we've got our spoons, our forks, our knives, we've got things to cook the food, we've got the food, we've got gear, most importantly, sick, awesome Cafaro backpacks. Yeah, a lot of insight here. I'm learning so much already just throughout the day of kind of like what you would need to survive even just 2 to 3 days out there. On. Oops.
The Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Elk Hunting. Part 2, or episode 2, is starring Clem. I am bringing him along a bear hunt with me here in Idaho. We're staying overnight in the mountains, something he's never done. And a lot of you newbie elk hunters, you've never stayed out in the woods. So we literally built a spike camp and he's gonna stay in that. Come along, he's gonna learn the ins and outs, follow me bear hunting. I'm gonna talk elk hunting while we're here. I've killed a lot of elk in this particular bear area. So I'll explain to him what I'm seeing, what I'm looking for, the habitat, how the elk move about. Hopefully we'll do a spot and stalk on a bear, maybe get a bear killed, save some elk calves, and just kind of break down gear and get Clem reps in the mountains before the fall. All right guys, we just set up camp. We're trying the Peaks TP. It's got a floor, pretty dope. This, I get asked a lot, this is the Alien holster. These guys are out of Post Falls. This is a Glock 20 10mm. It's kind of my bear spray, or gun spray if you will. And I'm gonna be running 10x42s. I like the marsupial because of the magnets. I don't like getting brush and debris inside. And I just run this chest holster right underneath. It's not an issue. We're gonna be spending a lot of time behind the glass. I got the bow, brought the Phase 4, the one with the Canyon Pounder, shooting the Pro Comps. We shot some broadheads this morning, tested flight. It's almost bear 30. We're gonna be looking for bears. We're gonna be taking the e-bikes. They don't make sound. This is a legal motorized road, 50 inches or under. But we're gonna go stealth mode, take the e-bikes out, bringing Clem along, let's go. Yeah man, we are pushing towards that snow line. Push the bikes through quite a bit of snow. This is bear sign. You see all the bugs that are in here? This is... So, bears hibernating, come out, their GI tract. I mean, they can't just go start eating meat. So they kind of warm up through grass, and I see them eat grass, all the way through June. And I don't hunt them in July, so I don't know what, huckleberries is usually around here. But this time of year, where their grass is not quite popping yet, they're gonna rip stumps apart. Where we're camped, there's like 20 new stumps ripped open since last Wednesday. So we have a good chance of seeing bears. I just want to come up high here because no one's been back here, and that would give us an opportunity to see a bear out earlier. So generally I go to the places that I can see the most, and then the last hour a day that I like to be fairly close to where I can make a move within an hour. So we're kind of gonna go glass this big country. Haven't seen a pile of bear crap yet, but I'd be surprised if we didn't in the next mile. This is awesome bear sign. We're gonna go try to find our master glass vantage right over here.
Dan's just out here glassing right now. Check it out, an edge. We're looking for some black bears. Haven't seen any yet. This is really exciting. Really crazy being out here.
You're in elk country, bud.
Dude. Guys, this is crazy. It's mind-blowing. I didn't know the earth went this far.
Yeah, we're pretty deep. I would say, I mean, this is where I would come to kill bears that haven't been messed with.
Okay.
But for elk, I mean, right now the elk are just, they're gonna follow the green up. So there's probably not a lot of elk in here right now.
Oh, okay.
But you give it 2 weeks, and that basin right there will be covered in elk.
Okay.
Be cows, dropping calves. And I don't know, the bears and the cows both know where the best grass is.
Gotcha.
And they want to drop those for their baby calves. So that's kind of like a collision course.
Gotcha.
But the best grass is like in this meadow right here in this head end of this basin.
Do the bears eat like the baby elk?
They gobble them up in seconds.
Damn.
So if you're elk hunting this time, you know, let's say you're elk hunting here, elk aren't going to be in these clear cuts middle of the day.
Okay.
Most times.
Gotcha.
You're going to catch them coming out of these clear cuts in the morning, and that's when you want to jump on and follow them to their bed.
Okay.
With the wind in your nose. You know what I mean? So you're going to dog them to their bedroom. Like right here on the backside of that's a north facing slope.
Okay.
I guarantee they're going to pop up over the top of that ridge and bury themselves on a nice flat bench.
Gotcha.
And that north-northeast facing timber. And then in the evening, they're going to stage up while the wind's still coming up. They're going to pop up on top of that ridge. And while the wind's still coming up, they'll probably start working their way feeding into this meadow.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And then as the wind switches in the evening and starts dropping down, they'll just kind of side hill and feed with the wind and be able to see down, and they'll spread out. This is a feed source. And if the elk do bed on this side,
yeah,
they're going to bed in the bottom.
Way down in the basin there.
Way down the bottom where it's cool.
Gotcha.
So a lot of times in this type of country, you'll send out location bugles and you'll get an answer down in the bottom. And it'll just be 10 times as far down. It'll be like, you got to drop down in on them. So it's very physical.
That is steep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
That's why we have trekking poles and whatnot. But
yeah,
I mean, you can start to kind of look through here. I mean, on the other side of that mountain, I killed my best bull here.
No way.
Yeah.
That's incredible, dude.
Not too far. As the crow flies, I bet it's only a mile.
Wow.
It was a good country and it holds a lot of bears. But elk-wise, you know, same feeding features. This is gonna hold food year round, water, cover on the backside, and then you can start, like, elk are never gonna drop straight down. They're always gonna take an angle and side hill their way down.
Oh, okay.
And wrap around. Like, if they want to get to that side, they wouldn't go down up.
They're just
That's something I didn't know when I first started.
Oh, okay.
I know it would do dumb shit like drop straight down, cross the creek, go straight up. Whereas an elk's gonna take a side angle, loop around, hardly just gradual, and so they're gonna go out of their way, but really it's the most gradual, nice way. So travel like an elk.
Okay.
Watch how elk travel.
Yeah.
Learn their elk trails, learn their systems.
Gotcha.
Find out what their food source is, their water source, where can they seek cover, and you'll start to kind of put the pieces together. Obviously when they're bugling, especially at first light, you build a glass. Where's that bugle coming from? Oh, they're in that little opening right there. Watch them, where do they go, and then dog them.
They're constantly checking for scent, right? Like
they like to travel with the nose, with the wind in their nose.
Gotcha, gotcha. That way they can
and you'll
smell
learn
it.
that the lead cow, she's a real pain in the ass.
Gotcha, gotcha.
After a 30-mile round trip e-bike ride with a lot of pedaling and pushing bikes through snowfields, we made it back to camp. A very, very physical day one. I'm hoping Clem can hold up.
Try the food out before you go hunting because you want to make sure you like it.
Yeah.
So you're going to be eating chili verde fiesta rice. Sounds good. Bison fajita avocado rice.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Get yourself one of these kind of spoons. It's a spork, but look how long it is.
Oh, wow.
You can get into the bottom of those bags.
Day one in the books. We sorted all his gear. We got the bow dialed. We made the long drive. We did the ride in. We got camp set up. We did a 30-mile round trip ride. No bears. Very excited to see what tomorrow will bring.
Just woke up, guys. First little glance over the edge this morning. My first night out here in the woods sleeping wasn't too well. Top of the morning to you, gentlemen.
Last night didn't go that well.
No, not for me.
The second my head hit the pillow,
out.
Gone.
Lights out, dude.
And then homeboy wakes me up at about 1 a.m.
Sounds about right.
Puking his guts out.
Yeah.
East facing, west facing glassing. So like right now, the ridge that we're on, you can see that there's a little bit of light starting to hit.
Yeah.
And that light, that's east facing, so it's going to get the sun first. And I was telling Clem about how bears and elk like shade, and you can particularly in the evenings check east facing, and that's where you'll see your first movement. And so obviously the opposite's in the morning. Clem's out of water. He didn't pack enough water. He's never filtered water, so we're gonna show you guys, have him doing that, and he's just sharpening up his bushcraft.
Yeah, 100%.
You're sharpening up your bushcraft.
I've already got 4 things added to the list. So.
And it's good to get this confidence built up before you try to go kill an elk out west.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get you water.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna do gravity fed. It's not as fast.
Not as fast.
But it is really nice for a spike camp situation where you can let it filter while you run.
Yeah.
So we'll get you some water and have you just get reps with that.
Okay.
We're gonna hunt the other side today.
Right on.
We'll spend the afternoon over there. Killed quite a few bears on the other side.
Gotcha.
But maybe I can glass. Bears are out in the mornings for a little bit. Hands-on education in the mountains is priceless. So one thing I was telling Clem was like, hey man, like mornings, especially after a rain, a lot of times the thermals won't be behaving normally. So you see how it kind of rained last night and all the steam and fog is rolling up out of the mountain. It kind of contradicts your typical thermal situation in the mornings, Clem, where your wind should be going down. So if you're hunting right after a rainstorm, especially in this timber country where it's steep,
yeah,
a lot of times you'll get a crazy updraft, which is highly unusual.
Okay.
Where you could take advantage where you're higher than the elk and you can drop in right on them in the morning because the steam, the moisture is pulling up the mountain, and we're watching that happen right now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The thing that's important for Clem to realize is like gear isn't everything. However, getting some good pieces to make your life a little better in the mountains really makes a huge difference, and getting your systems built.
Definitely.
So that you don't run out of water like you are right now. Like he's out of water. We're gonna have to go make a special trip to get some water filtered for him.
Yeah.
Just little things like that. You got your layering system, trying not to get sweaty.
Yeah.
Because when you stop, you'll get cold.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
A lot of little things that we probably could sit in a room and try to make a YouTube video about.
Literally.
But not think. It's just, we're just talking about the stuff as it happens.
100%.
And it just comes with repetition. Hopefully this is helping you guys out. Guys, we got an awesome day today. This is day 2. We are gonna head home tonight, but we're gonna hunt till dark, so we're not gonna get home till late. And we're just gonna try to find a bear and in my home country here. So should be a good day. We'll bring you guys along.
Do you have to be super stealthy on these elk? Like, do you have to sneak up really quietly? Will they hear you?
Here's the deal with elk. Elk are a big, loud animal.
Okay.
And you don't have to sneak per se. There's a time and a place to sneak, but I would say 90% of your time, don't sneak. If you are sneaking and they can hear that you're sneaking, you are a mountain lion. You are a bear.
Gotcha.
You are a Clem tyke sneaking on you.
Yeah.
The only times I really get stealthy on elk is if I'm trying to get in front and intercept them.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm calling and I'm trying to sneak to the hang up spot where the bull's gonna come take a peek at me.
Gotcha.
Other than that, man, be a loud elk. Maybe add some cow calls or whatever. Okay. But don't be afraid to cover ground and get to where you need to get.
Awesome. Thank you. How well can bears smell?
Bears tell time and they do life through smell. Gotcha. Meaning, like, if a bear came across your track, you'd be like, oh, that's Clem Tyke and he was here 4 days ago.
Gotcha.
And that's a stinky ass dude, you know what I mean? Or they can smell food sources, they can smell their potential mates, they can smell potential threats, they can tell where they are based on smell. Like, I don't know how many millions and millions of receptor sites are in a bear's nostril, their olfactory, but it's like humans are down here, then a white-tailed deer is here, and we're all worried about our scent when we hunt whitetail. Yeah. And then a bloodhound's even higher. Yeah. And then a bear is like 3x or 4x. Don't fact check me, but it's literally like 5X, a bloodhound is so the bear's at the top of the top.
Gotcha.
Like his world is smell.
Yeah.
Got a good bear.
Guys, Dan just saw a bear.
But I'm trying to get him in the scope right now.
Yeah.
He's right in the shits.
All right, guys. I was asking the nature gods to send us a big black one, and they just did. So we're out here. Dan's got him on the iPhone mag view. Pretty much we're gonna start getting ready to maybe go hunt this son. Okay, so Dan, we found the bear. You got him on the mag view. What would the next steps be for someone like me?
Well, you could shoot him with a rifle and be done.
Okay, guys, you hear
Or
that?
we can bow hunt.
Yeah.
And make it challenging, which is what we're gonna do.
Really hard.
We'll see where he goes. I want to watch him.
Sweet. So I am a dumbass, didn't bring enough water. Got all this snow melt running off the mountain edge. Crystal clear water.
This water's moving pretty good. We'll just connect. It's not the fastest,
Yeah.
but it's not, it doesn't take too long.
Showed me these. I think they're awesome, and I do think they work. We're getting camp packed up here. Awesome sleeping in that teepee. That thing sheds water like a beast. But we're getting all our stuff packed up, and we're about to go look for the bear. If we don't find it, then we're gonna keep hunting into the evening for another bear.
Spotted the bear up there, hiked all the way around, cut the distance, went from 960 to 515. So we do get the honor of going all the way around to the next drainage system. If we don't pull him up, then we will continue bear hunting. I hope we get him because it's a good bear, and then I'd love to have Clem pack a bear out of that shithole. If not, we're gonna go hunt that drainage. We haven't been over there yet, and I've got a lot of bear history back in there. The wind's coming up. We might stage and hang out for him to come back out. He's not gonna leave this area at all. This is his territory, and he's a good bear. I mean, I hardly ever say that. Spring weight, maybe 200 to 250. Killed a couple of big ones, but all in all, we got to go down and check. Plus, we can hunt this rest of this stuff. So, come with us. We're gonna go see what's up. Pretty cool.
Heck yeah, bro.
Maybe we'll find some freshies.
Nice. Bear poop up there, guys. Never hiked this kind of shit in my life.
We couldn't pull up that bear. We dropped all the way down to the bottom of the canyon. We had to climb 1,000 feet out. It took us over 2 hours, and it really physically put a hurtin' on Clem.
Oh yeah, killing them. So Clem and I are down here in the bottom. It's steep and nasty, double trekkers. Check in day 2, it's our last day. Spent the night on the mountain. Pulled up a really good bear this morning. Packed up camp, drove all the way around, dropped in after him. And I told Clem, I was like, man, this is varsity level. Like, the bear's in a terrible spot to bow hunt. It's thick, it's gonna be tough to relocate him. But, you know, we either would have to drop straight down, cross a creek, or drive around. We drove around, got the wind right. It's just tough to find the bear in there. So hiking out is what I want to talk about. Like, what a wake-up call.
Oh yeah.
Can you believe how steep?
I mean,
how thick?
you warned me about this, but now that I'm out here, it's its own beast, man.
Do you think if you had to do that day in and day out, and what we did this morning, probably twice a day, would you say you're ready right now with 3.5 months to go?
I think I'm gonna need a little bit more endurance conditioning, maybe work with packs. I'm not used to the heavy weight on my back at all times.
Yeah.
And maybe do a little more leg workouts, because this is all legs, you know?
It's all legs and lungs.
Yeah, all legs and lungs, so.
It's definitely, you did great. I took him, honestly,
Thank
guys,
you.
in one of the nastiest holes you could. I mean, I just broke him off. But what do you want to talk about for you rookie, newbie elk hunters is, okay, let's say you're hunting country just like the stuff behind me right now. That's thick timber country. You're not going to use binos. You're going to totally rely on locations, whether you're locating them via a location bugle or cow call loud with an external. Externals, not a diaphragm, okay? And those are pretty loud.
Gotcha.
Like Phelps makes a really good one.
Gotcha.
Something like this behind us in the mornings, you could come to this cut right here and just listen and pitch bugles straight away. You could pitch bugles back there and you can locate them. And if you're below them, you can proceed to go right at them in the morning with the wind in your face. A lot of guys will get on, like say this mountain right here had a road on top. They'll get on top and bugle down, and I call it a bugle shed or a view shed, where you can hear really well. And you'll get that ringing tone and you'll get a bull to answer. But you can't drop down on them because which way's the wind going in the morning? Straight to them.
Gotcha.
So a lot of times you have to parallel them, keeping your wind profile out of their nostrils, and to see where they go in bed, or where they kind of, and the elk will bugle several times on the way to bed, especially a herd bull pushing cows.
Gotcha.
So I guess the point of all this is locating elk in timber country. You want to find a bugle shed. Like this would be a decent one because we can pitch bugles, and we could pitch over here off screen where we could locate elk and go right after them in the morning because we'd have the thermals. Something like this, there is a road system up here. We'd probably want to work that road system at night, elk answer at night, or first thing in the morning or just before daylight, pitching bugles down, locating, and then basically having to wait for the thermals to switch 180 degrees, which could be 7:30, 8:30, 9:30 in the morning. Some places the thermals hardly ever switch, or it's swirly. So the point of all this is locating elk in timber country. You have to be proficient with a bugle tube. Have you ever used a diaphragm or a bugle tube?
No, I have not.
Okay, I have a bugle tube, I have calls, I'm gonna give them to you. He's gonna practice because coming up in a future episode of this series, Clem's gonna attend one of my ElkShape camps, and we're gonna go over calling, and you're gonna get coached, reps, and you gotta be proficient to do a location bugle, a challenge bugle, good cow calls, good calf calls.
Gotcha.
And then you can work on your chuckles and your grunts if you want to,
Yeah.
and all the cool like herd gathering bugle, bull calling cow bugle, lip ball, all that stuff. So this has been fun. We're on day 2. We have the evening hunt. We got one bear on the board, and he was a big one. We're trying to bow hunt though, so we're gonna see if we can pull up one more bear tonight, and then we'll leave at dark, and we're not gonna get home till midnight. And this is the bear hunting life that we all, but I'm just so excited, guys, to get Clem to bring you guys along as he experiences pretty much the backcountry in North Idaho, and how steep it is, how unforgiving the terrain is, how good the gear you need to have, you rely on.
Gotta have 'em.
You gotta rely on your physicality, your mentality. You gotta be tough, and you gotta want it. And so I love elk hunting, it's all those things. Guys, we'll catch you this evening. Hopefully we're doing a spot and stock. If not, we'll be peacing out. We'll catch up with you in a couple hours.
And then I only slept probably an hour because my stomach's hurting the whole night. And then I pushed myself really hard today, and I feel like I'm gonna collapse. So it's a little bit past where bears start popping out. I got one spotted across the canyon. Not gonna go for him. Still looking, and hopefully Clem can shake this off and survive a couple more hours. Guys, it's daylight. We're driving home. We decided to pull the plug. Clem, tell them how you're feeling and tell them what you learned over the last 24 to 36 hours.
Okay. Basically, guys, if you don't have water, that's no good. You got to have water. I wish I could go back and get a couple gallons to just have at base camp to go back to each time we were there, because we were going back a couple of times, enough to refill, for one. For two, we worked pretty hard that first day, and I just don't think that I had the necessary needs to kind of recover from that tough first day at it with the bikes and stuff. So, you know, having some fruit, having some carrots, having some water, honestly, would have been nice that night. But I ate some packaged food, and I started throwing up. I immediately noticed after I ate like half the bag of those processed foods and stuff that my stomach was hurting really bad. So that kept me up all night. And then, you know, this is kind of my first time being out in the country and camping and stuff, so I was a little bit intimidated by it all, and I think maybe my nerves and stuff were just a little on edge just the whole time. But, you know, kind of just got pushed over the edge, like Dan was saying, when we went for that bear in all the way down in the drainage and stuff, and coming back out, I definitely was not feeling good, and then I pretty much didn't recover. I couldn't really catch my breath. And moral of the story is, make sure you have your every necessity that you could think about before you go out, and that's really important. But I could have used some earplugs, I could have used little eye covers because it was pretty bright still. I could have used a pillow. That would have been really nice. I was sleeping on a boot, and so that was not comfortable. You know, other than that, guys, first day, second day, learned a lot over the last 24 hours. We saw a ton of elk, saw 2 bear. It was insane. It was super eye-opening. Like, I'm all for challenges, but I always tell Dan, like, I'm gonna be real with you, dude. Like, if I start freaking crying out there because I'm hurting, like, I'm gonna start crying. So, but at the end of the day, he's just pumped that we stayed positive, and I'm still feeling like trash right now, obviously, and we're heading back. Can't wait for the next one, you guys. Holy shit.
I bet you can, actually. I bet you're like, I don't want
to recover for the
Guys,
next one.
give Clem some love. He didn't quit. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. He did not quit. I'm the one that said, all right, we're done. We're going back to the truck. He would have stayed out there. He literally puked all night. He puked in the middle of the day. He did all the physicality. Yesterday we did a 30-mile loop on e-bikes, and those things are not throttle. That's pedaling. Plus he had 60+ pounds, that includes camera gear, on his back. You're not used to having weight on your shoulders like that.
Absolutely not.
You're not in the shape you need to be yet physically. You will get there. You need to. We're gonna do an episode. We're gonna do a nutrition consult. We're gonna do a workout program. This is why elk hunting's awesome. You can use it to expose you, and it doesn't lie. Like, the mountains never lie. Like, we lie to ourselves every day. We tell ourselves, oh, I'm good, or I'm good enough, or this is enough. And then the mountains can wake you up and really motivate you to, like, hey, I need to drop 20. Hey, I need to backpack. I need to ruck more. Hey, I need to
do more legs and lungs, dude.
Legs and lungs, invest in good equipment, find the right foods that my body responds to.
Yes.
What I eat in the backcountry might not make sense for Clem, and vice versa.
Yes.
And hydration, homeboy,
100%.
you gotta overhydrate. It's exertion, non-stop. Clem, I'm proud of you. Guys, I appreciate you watching this fun little beginner. This is the ultimate beginner's guide to elk hunting. He done did it. It's May. You got months to prepare. Guys, if you like this content, smash the sub, as the kids say. We appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next one.
And like that, you guys just witnessed the last time I've ever talked to Clem. It's been almost a month since this experience, and I haven't heard from him. He brought all that gear back and dropped it off on my front porch, sent me a text that he was basically no longer involved in any of this video series or filming for me on the channel. I really tried my best to bring Clem and mentor him into filming and editing, as well as hunting lifestyle and the backcountry. I wish him well. He still has his channel. I don't harbor bitter feelings. I think he's a great kid, and I hope he will continue to have success down the road, but I do always err on the side of transparency at this channel. So good luck, Clem, on your future endeavors. It's a bummer that this series comes to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We appreciate your support. We are on the hunt for someone to take his spot that can put up with me in the backcountry and loves making content, and who is local to me in the greater Spokane Coeur d'Alene area. If that's you, reach out. Guys, give this video some love. Give us a comment or two what you thought. Appreciate y'all your support. We'll catch you on the next one.